Okay.
No, sir, suddenly I got disconnected, sir. That's why.
Okay, Nikhil. So these volatile organic compounds, they evaporate from the plants. The tree species like eucalyptus, and from the cannabis. Okay, and some other plants like pine trees. Have you ever been to Himalayas? Any one of you? You must have witnessed these pine trees in the Himalayas. And have you smelled these pine trees? They have a unique smell and it is very soothing. Okay, so the pine trees, the seed of the pine trees, they act as a very good fuel. They burn really good. Okay, so all these plants, they have a unique smell because of certain compounds known as terpenes. So terpenes, they are evaporated from these trees, from these plants, and because of this compound, they have unique smell. So these terpenes, they are basically volatile. Okay. And what are these terpenes? Can anyone tell me? These are aromatic compounds. अब aromatic compounds कौन बताएगा? What are these aromatic compounds? Yes, Subhojit. Yes, Arpit. Specifically, these are the compounds which have a planar structure like this benzene ring. They have a planar structure and they consist of double bonds and single bonds. A planar molecule, a planar arrangement of molecules, cyclic arrangement. So these are basically the aromatic compounds and they have a property that they have some kind of unique smell. Yes, atoms joined by covalent bonds. Yes, Nikhil?
Okay.
Sir, what are those Keppel box and Apple box? And you are telling us Keppel box.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
You are saying something Keppel box and Apple box. What is that, sir?
I am saying there are a category of chemical compounds known as terpenes. Terpenes.
Okay.
And these compounds, they evaporate from certain kind of plants like the pine trees, like the cannabis plant, and from the eucalyptus trees. So these terpenes, these are basically aromatic compounds. And aromatic compounds, they have a planar structure where the atoms, they are arranged in a plane, in a two-dimensional plane, and they are joined by covalent bonds. Okay, Nikhil?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. So the VOCs, one source is the plant and the other source is they evaporate from gasoline, from the paints. Okay, and from vehicles as well. So these are the primary pollutants, volatile organic compounds, and basically from the volatile organic compounds, the hydrocarbons, they are obtained. Volatile organic compounds, they are a source of hydrocarbons. And by way of chemical reaction between the primary pollutants, these secondary pollutants, they are obtained. Okay, and the photochemical smog is formed. Now I am writing some chemical reactions. They are not important. Okay, you need not remember them. You just need to remember only one reaction, and that reaction was that NOx plus VOCs in the sunlight, they produce ozone and other compounds like PAN. Only this much is sufficient. But for completeness, I am writing a series of reactions that occur in the atmosphere, in the lower part of the atmosphere, and these reactions, they are not important. Just for the completeness of the topic, I am mentioning these reactions. Okay, the first reaction is just Navya. So the first reaction is NO2, nitrogen dioxide. In the presence of sunlight, it breaks into nitric oxide plus single ozone atom, single oxygen atom, sorry. And this single oxygen atom, it combines with oxygen gas molecule to produce ozone. Okay. And this ozone, it combines with nitric oxide to give NO2 plus O again. So here is a balance between the NO2 and NO. They are interconvertible. Okay. By the connection between them is ozone. NO2 and NO, they are interconvertible, and in this process ozone is formed and ozone is destroyed. So don't go into that chemistry. You have to remember only this reaction. Okay. Now from the volatile organic compounds, the hydrocarbons are derived from the volatile organic compounds. And we have a reaction where NO2 plus R. R is hydrocarbon. R is the symbol for hydrocarbon. Okay. From this reaction, PAN is produced. Peroxyacetyl nitrate. And these are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are sourced from volatile organic compounds. And the nitric oxide, it reacts with ROX. ROX means R is hydrocarbon and O is oxygen. So these are oxygenated hydrocarbons. And from this reaction, again NO2 is produced. So these kind of reaction, they are happening in the photochemical smog, okay, because of which the secondary pollutants are produced, and we have a smoggy condition, and photochemical smog is a brown haze. The sulfurous smog, it is a yellow brown haze, and photochemical smog, it is brown haze. Okay, so certain cities, they have the kind of geography which is responsible for the frequent. Okay, Minu, you want me to repeat the reactions? Minu?
This last reaction explanation, sir.
Okay. We have the nitrogen dioxide, it reacts with hydrocarbons, and these hydrocarbons, they are derived from volatile organic compounds. And in this reaction, the compound PAN is formed, which is peroxyacetyl nitrate. Okay. And the nitric oxides, they react with the oxygenated hydrocarbons. hydrocarbons which have one oxygen molecule, one or two oxygen molecule. Any number of oxygen molecule, if they are attached to the hydrocarbons, we have these ROX, oxygenated hydrocarbons. And in this reaction again, NO2 is produced. So these reactions, they are not important. You have to remember only one reaction, and that was NOx plus VOC in presence of sunlight giving ozone and PAN. Okay. And now I am saying that certain cities, yes, Minu?
Nothing, sir, by mistake.
Okay, okay. Certain cities, they have a unique geography, because of which the smoggy condition, they persist for a longer duration. And please write these cities. We have the Los Angeles, we have California, and we have the Mexico City. So these cities, they are situated in the basin areas, in the valley areas, and these are surrounded by mountains. So because these cities, they are surrounded by mountains, the smog, it cannot disperse easily because of a funnel shaped structure. The smog, it cannot escape easily. So the smoggy condition, they persist for a longer duration in these cities. Okay. So yesterday I was explaining you about the formation of clouds. And I was watching the recording of the video and I think I missed one thing. So I am explaining that. I told you yesterday, when any column of air, it will rise up in the atmosphere, okay, its temperature will decrease. Now please note one thing, the pressure, the atmospheric pressure, as we go higher up in the atmosphere, the atmospheric pressure, it decreases. The atmospheric pressure decreases as we go higher up in the atmosphere. So when this air column rises, because pressure is less, it expands. The air column expands. Because in the upper reaches of the atmosphere, the atmospheric pressure is low. So the air column, it expands. And because this same air column, it expands, and this is a adiabatic process. I explained you what is adiabatic. And this expansion of air is adiabatic. This is adiabatic expansion. So as the air column is rising, it is expanding adiabatically. And because of the adiabatic expansion, because the system is doing the work itself, okay, the internal energy of the system decreases, and that expresses itself in the form of temperature. It expresses itself in the form of drop of temperature. So the temperature decreases because this is an adiabatic process. So in the adiabatic expansion, the cooling. Now imagine when the air descends. When the air descends in the lower reaches of the atmosphere, the atmospheric pressure is high and the air column contracts as it descends. So atmosphere, it works on the system. The work is getting on the system. Okay, work is done on the system, on the air column. So in that process, the internal energy of the system increases. And when the air descends, air contracts, the air column contracts, and its temperature increases. Now for this reason, the clouds are formed in the equator, because when the air column rises up, its temperature drops and the water vapor present in it condenses. Yes, Priyanka, Priyanka, I will explain it. And When the air column descends, then we have the adiabatic contraction, and by adiabatic contraction we have the heating of air column. The temperature of air column increases. So at the 30° north and south, we have descending air. If you will see that diagram where I draw those pressure belts, the pressure belts on the earth, then on the 30° north and south, the air is descending, and on the equator, the air is ascending. इक्वेटोरियल एरियाज में एयर राइज कर रही है और वहां पे मॉइस्चर भी प्रेजेंट है. एयर राइज कर रही है, जैसे राइज करेगी एडियाबेटिक कूलिंग होगी और सर्टेन हाइट पे जाके एयर के अंदर जो वाटर वेपर है वो कंडेंस हो जाएंगे और उसकी वजह से क्लाउड्स फॉर्मेशन होगी. और अपोजिट हो रहा है 30° लैटिट्यूड पे. 30° लैटिट्यूड पे एयर इज डिसेंडिंग, एंड सिंस एयर इज डिसेंडिंग वी हैव द एडियाबेटिक कॉन्ट्रैक्शन. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट देयर इज हीटिंग इफेक्ट इन द एयर कॉलम, और वहां पे क्लाउड्स फॉर्म ही नहीं हो सकते हैं क्योंकि इस केस में कंडेंसेशन ही नहीं होगा. कंडेंसेशन के लिए कूलिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द डेजर्ट्स दे आर लोकेटेड नियर द subtropical high pressure belt, which is 30° north and south. We have the Sahara Desert, we have the Arabian Desert, and we have Thar Desert and the Great Australian Deserts. They all are located in this latitude. Because the air is descending, the chances of cloud formation, they are very minimal. Air course, which is over the area of Delhi, we have certain area of Delhi, and up to a certain height we have some air over Delhi. So that constitutes an air column. Okay, it can be very large and it can be small as well. So air column means a volume of air of some measurable dimensions. किसी को यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉब्लम? Are we connected? अर्पित, सुभोजित, कृतिका, दीप, किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम? ओके. सो एडियाबेटिक कूलिंग कब होगी? Adiabatic cooling, it will be in the case of expansion of the air column. Yes, when the air will rise up in the atmosphere, then we have the chances of cloud formation. Clouds are nothing, they are just the condensed water droplets. Okay, the condensed water droplets at a very good height, these are clouds. And fog is basically the condensed water droplets near the earth's surface. And dew is basically when the air condenses after coming in contact with any cold surface. That is dew, be it the surface of a water bottle, be it the surface of the grass blades, or be it the window pane of your cars. That is dew. When the air condenses by coming in contact with any cold surface. So now we are starting with the artificial intelligence. और इस प्रोसेस में ओजोन डिप्लीशन एंड द स्मॉग, फोटोकेमिकल स्मॉग, यहाँ पे अगर कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज बताओ, और अगर क्लास के बाद भी कोई डाउट आ जाता है तो भी उसको पूछ सकते हैं. ओजोन डिप्लीशन क्लियर है? ओके. यस निखिल.
So saying that you are studying artificial intelligence and what were you saying, sir? Ozone depletion.
I was saying if you have any problem with ozone depletion or with this smog, you can ask.
Okay.
Okay, Mihu, this is your first class. I hope you will understand this artificial intelligence, and please watch the earlier classes as well. Okay, for the intellectual property rights. Yes,
Sir,
Sharada. Yes, please.
sir, about the Bitcoin and the blockchain, sir, are you going to take the classes again?
Okay.
You said that you will. Are you going to take it extra classes?
Yes, I will take extra classes if you want. You can ask Jitin sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, if you take extra classes about blockchain, even I want to join, sir.
Okay, Nikhil. Okay. We'll do it. Don't worry.
Me too, sir.
Okay,
Me too.
Mihu. Okay, fine. Okay, we will cover blockchain. Okay. We will arrange for a doubt class, especially for the blockchain. Don't worry. So there was some problem with the cryptocurrency exchanges as well. Okay, that is a thing of economy, but I am explaining it because some of you are finding it difficult what these exchanges are, cryptocurrency exchanges. And in order to explain the cryptocurrency exchanges, I am explaining just a simple currency exchange. Okay, सभी ने देखा होगा कि कभी डॉलर का और रुपी के बीच में जो कन्वर्जन रेट होता है, समटाइम्स वी हैव दी 70 rupees for a dollar, sometimes we have the 80 rupees, and sometimes we have the 60 rupees for a dollar. So how this conversion rate it changes. Now in one of the classes you people told me that this curve is the demand curve. Okay, सभी इससे एग्री करेंगे that this is the demand curve and this one is the supply curve. Like we have a demand and supply curve for the commodities, in a similar way we have the demand and supply curve for the dollars. Now listen to me very carefully. Why do we have the demand for the dollars? We have the demand for the dollars for many reasons, and several reasons are: if you want to go to USA and you want to study there, then you will need dollars for the study purposes. You are an investor, you want to go to United States and you want to invest there, so you will need dollars for the investment purposes. Okay, or if you have any medical condition, you want to get your operation done in USA, then for the medical purposes as well, you will need dollars. And for the imports as well, you will need dollars. So now you all must be convinced that there is a demand for dollars in the market. There is a demand for dollars in the Indian market. Okay, everyone will agree. And similarly, we have the supply of dollars in the market. And the supply of dollars, it includes the exports. When we are exporting, we are getting dollars. Okay, when a foreign company is coming to India and it is establishing its base in India, in the case of FDI, the foreign companies, they bring dollars with them, or any foreign currency, and basically the dollars. Dollars have acceptability all around the world. So with FDI, we have the incoming of dollar. And the NRIs who are working in USA or in any other country, so they are sending money to India. They are basically sending it is the repatriation money. So we have a supply of dollars in the market and we have a demand for dollars in the market. Whenever the supply it meets the demand, whenever the supply meets the demand, that is the market price. This balancing point is the market price. Okay, where the supply is exactly matched by the demand. So if this point is 60 rupees for a dollar, then this is the conversion rate. For a dollar, you have to pay 60 rupees. Okay, now consider that India is exporting more amount. Okay, India is exporting more and India is getting enough FDI. So the supply of dollar, it is getting increased in the economy. The supply of dollar is getting increased because we are getting more amount of dollar by way of exports, by way of FDI, and by way of the NRIs earning money. So at the same exchange rate, now we have more dollars in the economy. See, whenever the supply will increase, the supply curve it will shift rightward. And in a similar way, whenever the demand will increase, the demand curve it moves rightwards. Okay, when the supply increases, the supply curve moves rightwards. See this? If at a given price you have this much quantity, this is the quantity X. If you are supplying X quantities, the increment of supply means at the same price, now you are supplying Y quantities, where Y is greater than X. This is meant by increment in supply. And the similar is the case with the demand curve. When the demand increases, the demand curve, it shifts rightwards. So if the supply of dollar is increasing in the economy, we have a new balancing point. This is the new balancing point. The interaction of the two curves is the new market price. So the exchange rate, it will decrease. Okay. If the supply of dollars increases, the exchange rate, it will decrease and it will be now 50. So this process, this is known as appreciation of currency. So our currency, it gets stronger with respect to dollar. So this was the example for the normal currency, rupee and dollar. Okay, the exchange rate, it fluctuates. So in the cryptocurrency exchanges, if you are buying dollars and based on the speculations, you will speculate that after 3-4 months, the exchange rate you have bought dollars worth rupees 60 for a dollar, and suppose you have purchased $100. And you are speculating that after 3-4 months, the exchange rate will be 75. And at that time, I will sell my dollars. So we have the exchanges for these currencies. Okay, and those exchanges, they are known as currency exchanges. So these stock exchanges or currency exchanges or the cryptocurrency exchanges, they are based on speculation. आप शेयर क्या सोच के खरीदते हो? या थोड़े दिन बाद उनकी वैल्यू बढ़ेगी और तब मैं उनको बेच दूंगा. अब वो वैल्यू कैसे चेंज हो रही है? करेंसी के केस में मैंने आपको दिखाया. सेम इज द केस विद द बिटकॉइन. बिटकॉइंस को भी आप स्पेकुलेट करेंगे कि आने वाले टाइम में बिटकॉइंस की वैल्यू इंक्रीज होने वाली है, अभी परचेज कर लेता हूं, बाद में बेच दूंगा. सेम इज द केस विद द परचेजिंग ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी. यू स्पेकुलेट that after some time the price of the property it will increase. So based on the speculation, you buy some property and you keep that property with yourself and you wait for the right time to sell it to gain profit. So exchanges, be it stock exchange, be it the cryptocurrency exchange, or be it the normal currency exchange, the foreign currency exchange, these are all based on speculation, satta bazari. Okay, so in a similar way, the value of the bitcoins, it changes and for those we have the cryptocurrency exchange for the bitcoins. The demand for the bitcoins, that may fluctuate the price of the bitcoins, and based on that speculation we have cryptocurrency exchanges where the bitcoins can be bought and sold. I hope it is clear, and if it is not clear, it will be covered comprehensively in the economy. लेकिन जो मैंने बताया है वो कुछ समझ में आया? ओके, समझ में आया तो अच्छी बात है, और नहीं आया तो आई विल ट्राई हार्डर. Okay, that is good. You will learn all about the appreciation of the currency, depreciation of the currency, and in the case of currency, the government, the RBI, they have a role to play. Okay. We can even artificially appreciate or depreciate the currency. There the role of RBI is very important. RBI squeezes the dollars from the economy, or RBI, it can even supply the dollars in the economy to artificially affect the supply of dollars. And that is the subject matter of economy. I will not go into that. Okay. एक बेसिक आइडिया मैंने दे दिया है, जितना बताया है अगर वो समझ में आया है तो इकोनॉमी में भी ये चीजें रिपीट होंगी, और वहां पे शायद और बेटर तरीके से आप लोग समझ पाए. Aman, you are typing something? Yes, Aman, exactly. You have written the exact definition. Very good. A platform which provides us the facility to buy and sell cryptocurrencies is a cryptocurrency exchange. Absolutely. It is very similar to a stock market. Stock exchange, where you buy and sell stocks, and stocks are the shares, the bonds. Okay. In a similar way, we have the cryptocurrency exchanges. Can we proceed with the artificial intelligence? Okay. So we are starting the artificial intelligence, and before starting with what is artificial intelligence, I would like to ask you people, what is your perception about the artificial intelligence? सबसे पहले तो ये बता दो कितने लोगों ने आयरन मैन देखी है? आयरन मैन और एवेंजर्स. ओके, वेरी गुड. सभी ने देखी होगी. What is your perception about the artificial intelligence? तो सभी को जार्विस का भी पता होगा. स्पेलिंग सही है ना जार्विस की? Yes, Amar. Where a machine is able to think. Yes, Disha.
You are now unmuted.
So trying to connect again.
Okay, Disha, it's okay. Ritika is saying computer can also think and react. Okay, machine mimics like a person. So all of you are having some idea about the. Deep is saying machine learns from feedbacks. Okay. तो इस ग्रुप में, इस क्लास में कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर भी बहुत सारे होंगे. Do we have computer engineers, IT engineers? So all of you know about the Jarvis. Yes, Subodh. Machine uses its own intelligence. So this Jarvis, it was basically an artificially intelligent, okay, artificially intelligent program, or means it was the classic science fiction. They have imagined things that are beyond the scope of artificial intelligence now. Yes, Pooja. Have you Googled the definition? Area of computer science that deals with giving machine ability to think like human intelligence. So Jarvis was an artificial intelligence system which can produce results from its own learning, for which it was not even programmed, and it can react to extremely new kind of situations. Okay, so in the Captain America Civil War, in the last portion when Iron Man is fighting the Captain America, then Iron Man gives an instruction to Jarvis that please find the fighting pattern of Captain America. Find some pattern. Vijay, you have some question? So Iron Man asked Jarvis that please find any fighting pattern, a unique pattern in the fighting skills of the Captain America, so that we can decode it and we can defeat him. And Jarvis said that he is unable to find any pattern. Okay, he is so quick that even the Jarvis fails to decode Captain America. So the input that the Iron Man gave, that please find the pattern in how the Captain America fights, this was an input. And Jarvis was not, he was not the machine Jarvis, it was not designed to process that input. Okay, this was a very new input. And Jarvis is producing some outputs. So Jarvis never knew that he will be fed this input someday. Okay, imagine the coffee machine. The coffee machine is programmed only to make the coffee. If you will give the coffee machine the instructions to prepare something else, to prepare tea, it cannot make it because it does not have the program to make the tea, and neither it will understand your instruction. But the Jarvis, it is understanding the instructions, the new kind of input. So Jarvis is reacting to a very new situation. Okay, so artificial intelligence, yes, Ovojit, absolutely. Terminator. In the movie Terminator, that they were also the artificially intelligent machine. iRobot also, absolutely. Nikhil is asking, sir, artificial intelligence is also called as robotic intelligence. See, Nikhil, the area of robotics, they are using now the artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence is a different field, robotics is a different field, and they are trying to incorporate artificial intelligence in the robotics. That is a thing of future, and some developed countries, they may be trying it. So any artificially intelligent machine, it should be able to react to new kind of situation. In the present time, usually the machines that are formed, they react only to a predefined set of conditions, and they produce only the outputs that we have also predefined. Okay, so this is the difference between an artificially intelligent machine and a normal machine. Things will become clear as we will proceed with the AI, but before that, I am giving you a brief history of the artificial intelligence. Yes, Vipul is absolutely right. There is no need to thank Nikhil. You all are mates, you all are buddies. So these artificial intelligent beings, they first appeared in the ancient Greek myths. In the Greek mythology, we have some artificial, there is discussion of some artificially intelligent beings, some kind of robots. Okay, they appeared in the ancient Greek texts, in the Greek myths. And in the 1950, in the year 1950, there is this great British mathematician. We have this great British mathematician whose name is Alan Turing. So Alan Turing, he published a paper in the 1950, in the year 1950, and this paper was Computing Machinery and Intelligence. So in this paper, he was a genius. He was a computer scientist, he was a mathematician, and he was a theoretical biologist. Okay, so he was very, very intelligent. And in this paper, he proposed a method. So he proposed a test, a method for determining if a machine is intelligent. So this word intelligent, it is very subjective. Okay, we can even call calculator as intelligent. So this intelligent is subjective. So he proposed something to test the intelligent, some method to determine if a machine is intelligent. And in the artificial intelligence literature, this test is known as Turing test. We will not go into the details what this Turing test is. So the point is, we have to give you a brief history of the artificial intelligence. And this Alan Turing is regarded as the father of theoretical computer science and the artificial intelligence. He is the father of artificial intelligence. The name is important. Okay, Alan Turing, the name is important. If you can remember him, it will be great. And the Alan Turing, he was progressing in this field, but in the year 1954, he committed suicide. He committed suicide in the year 1954 by consuming cyanide. So it's a very sad story that such a great mind, he has to leave this planet so early. So this Alan Turing, I will tell you something about him. In the Second World War, during the Second World War, this Alan Turing, he performed a very important role, and he played a very significant role in the victory of the Allied powers, in the victory of British Army. Yes, yes. Yes, Kritika. His death is mysterious. He decoded the Enigma machine. So we have this Enigma machine. This was a machine and it was used for encrypting the messages. It was basically an encrypting device. It was an encrypting device. So the Nazi Germany, they were using this Enigma machine, this encrypting device, to secure their communication. Earlier, they were using it for. Nindita, you have any question?
No, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So this was used for the commercial purposes, for securing the communication, for the commercial purposes, and for the diplomatic purposes as well. And during the Second World War, the military, army and navy, they used it extensively. So Alan Turing, he encrypted this Enigma. He decrypted this Enigma machine. Okay. So there are different settings in this Enigma, in this machine. There are different settings, and as per each setting, it encrypts the message differently. In each setting, it encrypts the message differently. So Alan Turing, he decoded the pattern of this machine, and that helped the Allied powers, the British Army, to win the Second World War. So his role was very significant during the Second World War. But the Alan Turing in the 1952, in the year 1952, he was prosecuted for the homosexual acts. Okay, and in those times in England, so homosexuality, there was a kind of homophobia in those times, and he was punished for these homosexual acts, and he was forced to go through this chemical castration. The actual reason of his death is even doubtful, but it is documented that he died by suicide. And during his lifetime, his work was never recognized. Okay, he never get the due during his lifetime, but now he is regarded as the father of artificial intelligence. And in the year 2009, there was an internet campaign, and after that campaign, the British Prime Minister, he publicly apologized for what happened to Alan Turing. Okay, and the name of the British PM was Gordon Brown. And also in the year 2013, Queen Elizabeth II, so he got a pardon from the Queen. Just as in India, we can get a pardon from the President. In the England, Alan Turing, he got a posthumous pardon. Means pardon granted after the death. So after his death, he was even granted pardon from the draconian law of the 1950s. Now, in the year 1956, there was an American computer scientist by the name of John McCarthy. This name is also important. Alan Turing is important, and John McCarthy, this name is also important. So he organized a summer research project on the artificial intelligence, and it was organized in the Dartmouth College. And this Dartmouth College, it is in New Hampshire. Okay, so in this conference, in the summer research project at the Dartmouth College, the artificial intelligence was established as a separate field. Okay, and the term artificial intelligence, it was coined in this conference, in this workshop. Okay, the term artificial intelligence, it was adopted and it was coined during this workshop. Then in the year 1958, John McCarthy, he developed the AI programming language which is known as Lisp, L-I-S-P. And basically, this Lisp was a AI programming language, and he also published a paper. And in that paper, he wrote about the programs with common sense. Certain kind of programs that have their own common sense. So this is a brief history of the artificial intelligence. Basically, what they are trying to do is they are trying to build machine which can learn through its own process. Such kind of machine they wanted to invent. So what is this artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, first of all, it is a branch of computer science. It is a branch of computer science, and its goal is to make computers behave like humans. Just like the humans have the ability to recognize, to perceive, to think, okay, to reason, and to solve the problems in a similar way. They want to make computers behave like humans, and how they are doing it, we will see it in the next class. So those machines which are capable of thinking just as humans, they are the artificially intelligent machines. Okay, so in the definition of artificial intelligence, the main thing is acting and learning like humans. If you are writing the definition of artificial intelligence, it should be the behavior like humans or the acting and learning like humans. Okay, the machine ability to perform the cognitive tasks. I will explain you tomorrow what these cognitive tasks are. So for now, I am ending this session and we will begin with the cognitive task in the next class. तो आज हमने इतना ही किया है. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की हमने थोड़ी हिस्ट्री देखी है. ओके, एंड व्हाट द आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इज ट्राइंग टू अचीव हमने ये देखा है. और एक डेफिनेशन हम लोगों के सामने आज आई है that artificially intelligent machine, they should be able to perceive, they should be able to think, and obviously they have to solve some problems. And even they have to solve those problems for which they are not even designed. That is the main aim. And tomorrow we will learn about the machine learning, the algorithm. Without the algorithm, the artificial intelligence, this topic, okay, this topic remains incomplete. So tomorrow we will discuss the algorithms. और यहाँ तक किसी को कोई problem है, then please ask me tomorrow. किसी को कोई problem? ओके, देखो झूठ झूठ में क्लियर लिखने की किसी को जरूरत नहीं है. अगर कोई डाउट हो तो प्लीज बताना. ठीक है, ऐसे नहीं कि भेड़ चाल में क्लियर बोल रहा है तो सभी क्लियर बोल रहे हैं. इफ कोई प्रॉब्लम हो. यस निखिल,
Can you please write his name in the chat box? You told the father of the artificial intelligence. His name.
yes, father of artificial intelligence, it is Alan, ALAN, Alan Turing, TURING.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nikhil, welcome. So can we end the session for now? Okay. So bye bye, take care, and we'll meet tomorrow.